I'm Anthony Jewett, and this is a St. Mary's Sunday. This Sunday, we hear in the Gospels two parables, two stories that are meant to provide a lesson. In the first one, Jesus describes a sower who scatters his seeds and waits for them to grow without knowing exactly how they are growing. When the plant is ripe, he can harvest the abundant fruits that have been produced from those simple seeds. In the second parable, this one is a little bit more familiar to us. Jesus describes the kingdom of God as a mustard seed. The mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds, but when the mustard plant actually grows and it's fully grown, it's big enough to sprout branches that even the birds can use. Both of these parables are given by Jesus to provide us a lesson. He actually explains it fairly clearly. The kingdom of God breaks through into the world around us in little ways. It develops quietly, maybe even slowly, but it develops powerfully around us until it is fully established. Let's put the gospel aside for a second. Do we actually know what the kingdom of God is? If someone were to ask you what the kingdom of God is, would you be able to explain it? Can you even comprehend the kingdom of God? The answer is pretty simple. We have no idea. The reign of God cannot be fully understood by us because we live in the natural world. So what can I understand? Well, I understand the world around me. So I understand those trees and how they grew. I understand that mountain and how it came to be. I understand these things because I live in the world that produced them. At the end of the gospel, we hear something really important. With many such parables, he spoke the word to them as they were able to understand it. As they were able to understand it. The reason we love books and movies so much is because within those stories, there's a message that speaks to our hearts rather than to our brains. It shares that message through things that we understand in our world. These are the lessons that exist within the parables. When Jesus tries to speak of things that are beyond our understanding, he explains them to us in ways that we can understand, through stories, through parables. It's not enough for us to understand by simply knowing the facts about the truth because we have no experience with the truth. Through parables, though, the truth begins to reveal itself because it speaks to our hearts in a language that we can understand. God knows we need all the help we can get, but he also knows that we could not handle the truth if it was revealed to us in its entirety all at once. Through the person of Jesus Christ, God reveals his kingdom quietly, maybe even slowly, but powerfully through the parables.